the name of the person who represent the lawyer who represent the State Attorney General?
State Attorney General is Muhammad Ikhwan bin
Oh, you
Ramli.
see, I have the wrong. Okay. Very
Muhammad
good.
Ikhwan bin Ramli.
Bin Ramlan, R-A-M-L-A-N.
Muhammad K-H-W-A-N bin
Muhammad
Ram-
Ikhwan bin Ramlan, R-A-M-L-A-N, my lady.
Ramlan. Okay. I'll have the president of Sabah Law representing the president of Sabah Law Society.
Jamadi Saleh.
Jamadi
Yes.
Saleh.
Yes.
So representing the representing the president of Sabah Law Society. Is that it? Correct, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct, my lady.
Okay. Now shall we begin?
Yes, Yang Arif.
All they will believe after the medicine.
Okay, Yang
Okay.
Arif. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
With permission, Yang Arif, the proceeding is conducted through remote communication technology pursuant to Section 15A of the Court of Judication Act 1964. Due to the enforcement of the movement control order in Sabah, all parties, including the State Attorney General Chambers and the Sabah Law Society, has expressed their agreement. Now, you all have business before Yang Arif Duchaya binti Haji Arsyad, Senior Judge of High Court in Sabah and Sarawak, Kota Kinabalu. Draw near and give your attention. Okay, please, my lady. I call the short call and the part exemption cases. The first case is BKI 17C-2/10 of 2021. The applicant is Yap Chu Chun alias Norbert Yap.
Yes, may I please, my lady, Norbert Yap, the applicant, applying for the short call for Mr. Brian Yap Hon Min. My learned friend, Mr. Muhammad Ikhwan bin Ramlan, appears for the State Attorney General, and my learned friend, Mr. Jamadi Saleh, appears for the Sabah Law Society. And I believe my learned friends have no objections to this application for short call made under Section 4A of the amended Sabah Advocates Ordinance, my lady.
Yes.
For the State AG Chambers, we confirm that, my lady.
My lady, for SLS, we just want to highlight that in the past, there was a need for having a course for every pupil before they can apply for a short call under Section 4A of the Advocates Ordinance. However, my lady, such requirement was not included in the amended Advocates Ordinance, whereby it is silent on that. So Section 4A, which my learned friend Mr. Norbert Yap has made application here, is complied with, whereby he made application at the commencement of the pupillage of his chambering student. However, we just want to put in record that maybe in the future, we would require every pupil to undertake a course before the master apply for a short call under this provision, my lady, so that they would have some basic to have a conduct in the matter under Section 4A.
Well, I'll leave it to both for the SLS, is it SLS? And to inform your lawyers, your community of lawyers as to what you suggested.
Sure, my lady.
A meeting with it.
Sure.
But otherwise, there is no objection, isn't it?
I leave it to my lady.
Okay, order granted.
Thank you, my lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Next case, my lady, BKI 17D-8/8 of 2021, Junior Tadus Jack Kinabalu.
May I please your ladyship, Jackie Letong for the applicant in this matter, and my learned friend, Mr. Ikwan bin Ramlan for the State Attorney General, and my learned friend, Mr. Jamadi Saleh for the Sabah Law Society.
Yes.
My lady, today is fixed for the applicant's hearing of the applicant's applications for partial exemption of 6 months from full chambering under sections 4(1)(b) of the Advocates Ordinance, Sabah Cap 2. My lady, GR Tadius Cek Kinabalu is my second son, born on the 20th of May 1989 in Sabah, and therefore he satisfies sections 2(2) bracket A of the Advocates Ordinance of having Sabah connections. GR completed his Bachelor of Laws from UiTM, sometimes on the 23rd of February 2008. Of course, his graduation is in July. And he has begun his chambering on the 1st of June 2018 with the firm of Mrs. Ashraf Al-Hizan and Associate in Shah Alam. GR was admitted as advocate and solicitors of the High Court of Malaya on the 9th of August 2019, and he has begun his chambering at my firm under Ms. Letong and Co. on the 28th April this year. I believe my learned friends from the Sabah Attorney General Chambers as well as the Sabah Law Society has no objection in these applications, and I pray for an order in terms.
General Chambers, we have no objection to the applicant application, my lady.
From the Sabah Law Society, we confirm that we don't have any objection to the application, my lady.
Okay. Order granted for part exemption under section 4(1)(b) of the Advocates Ordinance of Sabah for a period of 6 months.
Much obliged, my lady.
Next case, my lady, BKI 17D-11/9 of 2021, Muhammad Nazri bin Zikiri.
May I please, my lady, Lim Chung Long appearing for the applicant, Muhammad Nasri bin Zikiri. The AG is represented by my learned friend, Mr. Muhammad Ikwan bin Ramlan, and Mr. Jamadi Saleh is appearing on behalf of the Sabah Law Society.
Where is this Nasri, is it?
Yes, my
Muhammad
lady.
Nasri. I can't see him at your back. Normally they will be sitting at the back, isn't it? So that I could see the.
He's the applicant is not with me because he's actually applying for exemption by virtue of the fact that he is with the AG, the Attorney General.
State AG?
Yes, the State AG, my lady.
My lady, I think
Mhm.
Muhammad Nazri is in this Zoom hearing. He is E3 in E3. I think Muhammad Nazri, if you can speak up.
My lady, I'm Muhammad Nazir here in E3.
Sorry,
You're-
my,
You're alone there, is it Nazri?
Yeah.
Nazri, Muhammad Nazri.
Yeah, my lady.
Can you take off your mask? I just want to see.
Sorry.
You're alone there, is it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Proceed then, Mr. Lim.
thank you. My lady, the papers have been served on the Sabah State Attorney General and the Sabah Law Society. If I may inquire, do any of the parties have any objections?
Mr. Ikwan.
Yeah. From the State Attorney General Chambers, we have produced the cost paper, and we have no objection to the said application by the applicant.
Cik Jamadi.
From the Sabah Law Society, we don't have any objection, my lady.
Right.
Your order is granted for part exemption under section 4(1)(b) of the Advocates Ordinance of Sabah for a period of 6 months.
Thank you, my lady.
Next case, my lady, BKI 17D-12/9 of 2021, Chia Pek Wei.
Please, my lady, Hassan bin Haji Murtaza appearing for the applicant in this matter. My learned friend, Senior State Counsel, Encik Muhammad Ikhwan bin Ramlan appears for the State Attorney General's chambers. And my learned friend, Tuan Haji Jumadi Saleh appears for and on behalf of the Sabah Law Society. My lady, this is the applicant's originating summons application for partial exemption of 3 months from the period of pupillage as prescribed by section 4(1)(a) of the Sabah Advocates Ordinance pursuant to section 4(1)(b)(c) of the Advocates Ordinance. My lady, may I inquire for my learned friends, Encik Muhammad Ikhwan as well as Tuan Haji Jamadi, whether the papers are in order.
From the Sabah State Attorney General Chambers, upon perusal of the papers, the papers are in order, and we have no objection to the applicant application for exemption of 3 months.
From Sabah Law Society, we also have perused the papers. We also have no objection for the application for the exemption for 3 months only, my lady.
Very well, then order granted. Yeah, thank you.
Much obliged, my lady.
Lady, next emission petition cases. They are first case BKI 18-47/9 of 2021. The petitioner is Marisa Johnny Kulai.
May it pleases my ladyship, Johnny Kulai appearing for the petitioner, my learned friends, Mr. Muhammad Ikhwan bin Ramlan, Senior State Counsel, appearing for the State Attorney General Chambers, whereas Mr. Jamadi Saleh appears for the Sabah Law Society. My lady, it is my honor to move this originating summons and seek an order for the petitioner to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate in the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak in the state of Sabah. Ms. Marisa Johnny Kulai, the petitioner herein, a native of Sabah origin, was born in Kota Kinabalu and raised in Keningau. She has therefore met the requirements of having Sabah connection. She was conferred with a degree of Bachelor of Law by the University of Hertfordshire, United Kingdom, on the 17th June 2015. She was then admitted into the Honorable Society of Lincoln's Inn on the 9th February 2015 and subsequently called to the Bar of England and Wales on the 27th of May 2021. Therefore, she is a qualified person under section 4, subsection 1A of the Advocates Ordinance. My lady, in July 2020, she commenced her pupillage at J.T. Kulai and Company, Keningau Chambers, under my tutelage. She completed 12 months pupillage and hence fulfilled the requirements under section 4, subsection 1, capital A, subsection A of the Advocates Ordinance. During her 12 months pupillage under my care, she was guided and empowered in various aspects of legal practice, inter alia on conveyancing, loan and corporate, estate, family, and legal research. My lady, She completed her advocacy training course conducted by Sabah Law Society and passed the Ethics, Practice and Professional Standard course on the 14th September 2020. She completed 12 sessions of the Duty Counsel Scheme at the Magistrates Court in Kota Kinabalu and Legal Aid Scheme on the 16th July 2021. She has submitted 2 testimonials of good character provided by Madam Stella Simon and Madam Susie Ng. She has not been disbarred, struck off, suspended, or in any other manner disentitled to practice as an advocate or as a legal practitioner and is not a bankrupt. My lady, I would like to inquire if my learned friends from the State Attorney General Chambers and the Sabah Law Society have any objections.
From the Sabah State Attorney General Chambers, we have produced the cost paper and we have no objection to the petitioner petitioner application.
From the Sabah Law Society, we also have perused the papers and we found it in order, so we don't have any objection to that.
The admitted Marissa Johnny Kulai is admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak, and upon the payment of the prescribed fee, the Deputy Registrar shall cause the name of the applicant be entered on the roll of the advocates pursuant to Section 6 of the Advocate Ordinance. Congratulations, Marissa.
Much obliged and thank you, Yang Arif.
Next on. Oh, this is the gowning, is it? No, the gowning is later, isn't it? Putting on the gown. On.
Please unmute. Unmute on.
Miza?
On, please unmute your microphone.
Oh. May the petitioner stand up and take her YBGK pledge.
I, Marissa Johnny Kulai, NRIC 930612 5264, do solemnly promise to participate in the Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
The gowning ceremony shall be performed. The gowning shall be done by her parent, Dato' Johnny K. Tan Kui Lai, and the father, and the Datin Marie Teresa, mother, Chuan.
Very well then. Congratulations once again, Marissa.
Thank
Much
you.
obliged.
Datu and Datin.
Thank you, Yang Arif. Thank you.
May the petitioner stay. There will be a photography session later. Next case, my lady, BKI 18-48/9 of 2021. Petitioner Hua Yun Hui.
May it please you, my lady. Christopher Chong appears for the petitioner, and my learned friend, Tuan Muhammad Ikhwan bin Ramlan, Senior State Counsel, appears for Sabah Attorney General Chambers. My learned friend, Tuan Jamadi Saleh, appears for Sabah Law Society. My lady, today is fixed for the hearing of the originating summons from the petitioner for an order that the petitioner be admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak in the state of Sabah, and that upon payment of the prescribed fees, the Deputy Registrar shall cause the name of the petitioner to be entered in the roll of advocates, pursuant to Section 6 of the Advocates Ordinance. May I inquire from my learned friend, before I introduce the petitioner, whether they have any objections?
From the Sabah State Attorney General Chambers, the papers are in order, and we have no objection to the petitioner applicant for admission.
From the Sabah Law Society, we don't have any objection to the application.
Thank you, my lady. Thank you, my learned friends. If I may introduce the petitioner, my lady. She is a Malaysian citizen of full age and was born in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. She completed and obtained her degree of Bachelor of Laws from the University of Leeds, and she thereafter completed and obtained her Certificate of Legal Practice from the Legal Profession Qualifying Board, Malaysia. She commenced pupillage by reading in the chambers of Mrs. Zulrafiq and Partners in Kuala Lumpur, and was subsequently admitted as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya this year in February 19th. She commenced her pupillage by reading in the chambers of Mrs. Lin Willie Wong and Chin under my tutelage, and also those of my partners, Datu Douglas Lin, Mr. Matthew Willie, Ms. Sarah Huang, and Ms. Delonia Chong. She was granted a partial exemption of 6 months from the requisite 12 months of pupillage. During her time with us, she was mainly involved in civil litigation. She assisted in various mentions, hearings, and trials. She completed her 6 months of reading in our chambers, and she has also completed the advocacy training course, the legal aid scheme, and the duty counsel scheme, both organized by SLS. She undertakes to participate in the Sabah Law Society's Ethics, Practice, and Professional Standards course, which will be held on the 25th of this month, 25th and 26th of this month, and subsequently to sit for the Ethics, Practice, and Professional Standards course exam to be fixed thereafter. My lady, she has 2 recent testimonials of good character from Mr. Jayan Marimutu and Ms. Tan Gay Yin. She has not, at the date hereof, been disbarred, struck off, suspended, or in any other manner disentitled to practice as an advocate or legal practitioner by whatsoever name and style designated in any territory within the Commonwealth. She is not an undischarged bankrupt, and in view of a deposition above, she believes that she has satisfied the conditions of eligibility for admission as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak, and therefore, may I humbly pray for an order in terms, my lady?
Yeah. Ms. Hua Yun Hui, you admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak, and upon the payment of the prescribed fee, the Deputy Registrar shall cause the name of the applicant to be entered to the rolls of advocates pursuant to Section 6 of the Advocate Ordinance. Thank you.
Very much obliged, my lady.
We have now the...
May the petitioner, my lady, may the petitioner stand up and take her YBGK pledge.
I, Hua Yun Hui, NRIC 960125-12-5332, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
Very well.
The gowning ceremony shall be performed. The gowning shall be done by by her master, Chong Kiet Kwang.
Thank you, my lady.
Much obliged.
May the petitioner stay there will be a photography session later. Next case, my lady, BKI 18-49/9 of 2021. The petitioner Ain Shaliana binti Abdul Samad.
This is my lady. My name is Shina Alfred Jawatin, representing the petitioner, Ms. Ain Shaliana binti Abdul Samad. Together with me today, my learned friends, Tuan Muhammad Ikhwan bin Ramlan, Senior State Counsel for the Sabah State Attorney General's Chambers, and Mr. Jamadi bin Saleh for the Sabah Law Society. My lady, today is fixed for hearing of the petitioner's petition to be admitted as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. The relevant cause papers in respect of the petitioner's petition are originating summons dated 27 of September 2021 in enclosure 1, affidavit in support of the petitioner affirmed on 27 of September 2021 in enclosure 2, supplementary affidavit affirmed on 29 of September 2021 in enclosure 4. My lady, the cause papers have been duly served on both the SLS and the SAGC, and affidavit of service has been filed into this court, which is in enclosure 6. May I invite my learned friends, the SAGC Council and SLS, to indicate if they would have any objection towards the petitioner's cause papers.
Okay, from the Sabah State Attorney General Chambers, the papers are in order and we have no objection to the application herein.
From the Sabah Law Society, we confirm that we found the papers are in order and we don't have any objection to it.
Thank you, my learned friends. My lady, may I introduce to you, to this honorable court, the petitioner, Ms. Ain Shaliana binti Abdul Samad. She was born and raised in Sandakan, Sabah, and she has therefore met the requirement for Sabah connection. She holds a diploma in public administration at UITM Kota Kinabalu, where she then pursued her studies in Bachelor of Laws in UITM Shah Alam Selangor and was conferred a Bachelor of Laws degree with second upper class honors. Therefore, she is a qualified person under Section 4 in bracket 1CA of the Advocates Ordinance. In October 2020, she commenced her pupillage in Mrs. Effendi & Co. under the tutelage of Mr. Effendi bin Othman, and she has completed her 12 months of pupillage by now. Therefore, Section 4 in bracket 1A in bracket A of the Advocates Ordinance has been fulfilled. She has completed a civil advocacy training course and passed the ethics, practice, and professional standard course, and she has completed both duty counsel scheme and legal aid scheme. My lady, the petitioner has prepared a brief speech for her long call. If I may just quickly read it to this honorable court, the petitioner's speech. My lady, on this memorable day, the petitioner would like to first and foremost thank the Almighty God for all the blessings that He has showered on the petitioner and her family. Secondly, and of course, the petitioner would like to seize this opportunity to record her appreciation to her parents, Mr. Abdul Samad bin Ismail and Mrs. Rohana binti Jam Saleh, for the endless tender love and care. A special thanks also goes to her supportive siblings, Jali, Azrul, Magad, Ain, Sharil, and Amoy, for all the help and encouragement that she has received throughout her journey. Today she celebrates, but she will always be grateful for the years that she has been blessed with all of you. The petitioner also wished to express her gratitude to the whole members of Mrs. Effendi & Co., especially to her master, Mr. Effendi Othman, Ms. Shina Alfred Jawatin, Ms. Pei, Ms. Julina, and Faizar, for making her time while reading in chambers such a meaningful and unforgettable experience. The petitioner describes herself as an infant who only learned how to walk under the guidance of Mr. Effendi and Ms. Shina. Besides, the petitioner is also thankful to all her lecturers in UITM Kota Kinabalu and UITM Shah Alam Selangor in shaping her as who she is today. A special thanks to Mr. Ku Amir Aizat, as he is the one who made the petitioner realize that law might be for her. The petitioner is also blessed with her beautiful friends who have been nothing but supportive and kind. Bonel, Nusha, Nazira, Liza, Yan, Fitri, Yun, Farah, Fika, Shuhada, and her final year friends in Shuhairi, Bazin, and Associates. Thank you for being such a good friend to me. Lastly, to her mate, Mr. Abdul Aziz Lai, she is eternally grateful for all the support that he gave her. Thank you for believing in her. Indeed, he has been one of the instrumentals in the petitioner's achievements. And for that, the petitioner is thankful to have him in her life. My lady, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe that all the petitioner's cause papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Sabah State Attorney General's Chambers and the Sabah Law Society respectively have no objections to this petition. I humbly pray to this honorable court for an order in terms of the application and to admit and enroll the petitioner Ain Shaliana binti Abdul Samad as an advocate and solicitors of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak.
Very well. Then, Ain Shaliana binti Abdul Samad, he admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. And upon the payment of the prescribed fee, the Deputy Registrar shall cause the name of the applicant be entered on the roll of advocates pursuant to Section 6 of the Advocate Ordinance.
Very much obliged, my lady.
Now, may the petitioner stand up and take her YBGK pledge.
I, Ain Shaliana binti Abdul Samad, NRIC number.
Oh, there's an echo there.
Yeah. Okay. Can I start again?
Yeah.
I, Ain Shaliana binti Abdul Samad, NRIC number 950701 125586, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
The gowning ceremony shall be performed. The gowning ceremony shall be done by Sheena Alfred Jawatin.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
My lady.
Next case, my lady, BKI 18-51/9 of 2021. No Fazarina binti Abidin.
May it please my lady, Norlaili Anwar, for the petitioner for an admission as an advocate at the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak. Appearing with me today is from SAGC, Cik Muhammad Ikwan Ramlan, and representative from SLS is Tuan Haji Jamadi Saleh. Prior to introducing the petitioner, may I inquire my learned friend whether they have any objection to this application for admission?
From the Sabah State Attorney General Chambers, upon perusal of the course paper, we have no objection to the petition application for admission.
From the Sabah Law Society, we also confirm that upon perusing the course papers, we find it to be in order, so we don't have any objection to it.
May I proceed, my lady?
Yes, please.
The petitioner, thank you, my lady. The petitioner Nur Fazarina binti Abedin, born on, completed her primary education and secondary education at Chung Hua Middle School, Brunei Darussalam, and thereafter she moved to St. Francis Xavier Keningau during the secondary 4 to secondary 5. She then was admitted to degree. She was granted degree of Bachelor of Law at University Technology Mara, UiTM. She then commenced her pupillage at Messrs. F.T. Ahmad and Co. on 5th October 2020 under the tutelage of Messrs. Alice Lim Nga Lee, who has experience of more than 20 years practicing in Sabah. The petitioner has completed all the SLS requirements such as etiquette, practice, and professional standards. She also completed duty council scheme 12 times and attended 6 sessions of legal aid clinics. The two recent testimonials of good behaviors by Mr. Sazali Donald bin Abdullah and Datuk Sri Rakbir Singh. She had completed the pupillage on 5th October 2021 and had attended, supposedly attended the civil advocacy training course. However, due to COVID-19, she will undertake to attend the said course on 19, 20, and 27 November. My lady, the petitioner has never been disbarred, struck off, suspended in any territory within the Commonwealth and is not subject to a disciplinary proceeding. She is also an undischarged bankrupt and not subject to any bankruptcy proceeding. In the premises, my lady, we humbly pray for the Honorable Court to grant an order in terms of this application, my lady.
I can't see Fazrina. Where's Fazrina? No Fazrina. Okay, very well then. Cik Nur Fazrina binti Abidin, you admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak, and upon the payment of the prescribed fee, the Deputy Registrar shall cause the name of the applicant be entered on the rolls of advocates pursuant to Section 6 of the Advocates Ordinance. Thank you.
Yes, my lady. May the petitioner stand up and take her YBGK pledge.
I, Nur Fazarina binti Abidin, NRIC number 94030912671 do solemnly promise to participate in the Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
The gowning ceremony shall be performed, and the gowning shall be done by Farida Moon.
My lady, the petitioner would like to express her gratitude to her family and closest friends who were always there along her journey up to this day, especially to her mother, Nancy, always being the pillar of strength and giving, and Ainis, Abi, and Wahida, who have always been like a family. Also to the petitioner good friends whom she met during her studies up until her pupillage, Adrina, Azila, Shazwan, Elina, and Hanan. The petitioner would also like to express appreciation to her auntie Farida Muri for attending her admission on behalf of her parents, whilst the petitioner's parents is away in Brunei Darussalam. Apparently, the petitioner's parent could not travel back to Kota Kinabalu due to hassles of travel ban during this pandemic. Thank you, my lady.
Next case, my lady, BKI 18-53/9 of 2021, Janice Jenny Lim, Juni Lim, sorry.
Please, your lady, I'm David Fong, appearing for the petitioner Janice, my lord, my lady, and my learned friend, Mr. Muhammad Ikhwan bin Ramlan, Senior State Counsel, appears for the State Attorney General's Chambers. And my learned friend, Mr. Jamadi Saleh, appears for the Sabah Law Society, my lady. My lady, the papers, the originating summons petition, together with the affidavit of in support, has been served on both my learned friends on the 8th of October 2021. And at this time, I would like to inquire from both my learned friends whether they have any objections to the papers and also to this application, my lady.
Mr. Ikhwan?
From the Sabah State Attorney General Chambers, we confirm our Malayan friend has said, and we have no objection to the petition application for admission.
From the Sabah Law Society, we confirm that we have received the papers and we don't have any objection to the application.
My lady, I'm very happy to hear that there are no objections. Unlike the earlier days when there could be objections, it's a tense affair for all of us. So with that, my lady, I would just like to take the liberty, my lord, to my lady, to just summarize and also maybe speak about one or two memorable moments of the petitioner as she applies for it. She is a Sabahan, born in Kota Kinabalu, had all her education here. And I'm pleased to inform my lady that she was awarded the Yayasan Sabah scholarship to study abroad. Which she did. She studied in Queen Mary College, my lady, London University, where she graduated and was awarded the LLB, second class upper. Then she also did the professional training there for barristers professional training. And then she was called to be a barrister of Grace Inn, my lady. After that, of course, she was here and she's completed, my lady, all the courses that are compulsory here, and which my learned friends in the previous applications have highlighted, and I won't repeat them. And I also want to say that she does not suffer from any of the liabilities or impediments, bankruptcy, disciplinary proceedings, and so on, that is, of course, prohibited for a person to be applied for admission under the Advocates Ordinance. Now, the two testimonials here, one by Dr. Melinda Tong and the other by Mr. Joshua Teo. My lady, with that, I would just like to maybe travel back in time, because for every petitioner, when they apply to be admitted to a lawyer, they have their story, my lady. Right? What piqued her interest in the law was actually the Bonn University mooting competition. When she was 17 years old, she was a student with the Sabah Chungchen School. I think at that occasion when she participated in it, of course, it's a mooting competition, the thrills, my lady, of preparing submission and then waiting for the result, that drew her interest into the law. She attained second place in that mooting competition, and thereafter she decided she wants to become an advocate. So she was a very good student. She was awarded the scholarship. She went on to study and completed her degree. And then, my lady, she was a bit lost after the degree. As you could imagine, maybe law is a little bit too serious for a young person. So she decided to take a gap year. She didn't go to the professional course straight away and came back here, right, to take a gap year. Now, in that gap year, that's when our firm offered her a internship, a long one, my lady, about 7 months. And then, fortunately, my lady, that seemed to have remedied her malaise at that time, and fortified, she went back to London and of course managed to do all her exams and be qualified as a barrister there. And after that, she returned here, my lord. So that is the journey. A little bit of some memorable moments there, but I'm pleased that today she had fulfilled all the requirements, my lord, my lady. And could I now pray, my lady, for her to be admitted as an advocate of the Sabah and Sarawak High Court, as prayed in the application, my lady.
Miss Janice, is it? Miss Janice Juni Lim. You admitted, yeah. You admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. And upon the payment of this prescribed fee, the Deputy Registrar shall cause the name of the applicant to be entered on the rolls of advocates pursuant to Section 6 of the Advocates Ordinance. Thank you.
I'm much obliged, my lady.
Now, may the petitioner stand up and take her YBGK pledge.
I, Janice Junior, NRIP number 940627125326, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
Yes.
My lady, the gowning would be done by Janice's parents. I would like to introduce them. The father is Mr. Joseph Lim Ching Lee, and the mother is Mrs. Yong Miao Fong. Father is formerly with the Land and Survey Department, and mother was a teacher and a principal at our secondary school here. Janice, my lady, it's the rose among the thorns. She's the only daughter. They have 3 other sons. So that's the precious one. And but my lady, at this juncture, when the parents are before it, this is in her own words, my lady, in her own words, short note. This is what she wants to say today, my lady. Dear Mom and Dad, cannot believe that today has finally come. Thank you for supporting me and pushing me forward when I get lost or stuck or want to give up. I love you both very much. Looking forward to what the future will hold and in sharing these moments with you today. Thank you very much, my beloved parents.
That's very sweet. Can we have Janice now been gone. I don't have the picture here. Oh,
She's been gone already, I think, my lady.
Oh.
Yeah, she's been gone already. And
oh, congratulations. I can't see it. It's not being shown in.
she's been waiting for this moment. So thank you very much. Much obliged.
Next case, my lady, BKI 18-4/10 of 2021, Michelle Marcos.
Hey, this is my lady. Morning. My name is George Mui Kwanki, appearing on behalf of the petitioner, and Muhammad Ikhwan bin Ramla, appearing on behalf of the State AG Sabah, and my learned friend, Mr. Jamadi Saleh, appearing on behalf of Sabah Law Society. My lady, today is scheduled for the hearing of summon number PKI 18-54/10-2021. Enclosure number 1. The application by Ms. Michelle Marcos, hereinafter referred to as petitioner, for the admission as an advocate and solicitor of High Court in Sabah and Sarawak in the state of Sabah. My lady, before I proceed, may I inquire, is there any objection from my two learned friends from State AG and Sabah Law Society?
Okay. From the Sabah State Attorney General Chambers, the papers are in order, my lady, and we have no objection to the petition application for admission.
From the Sabah Law Society, we also confirm that we found the papers are in order, so we don't have any objection to the petitioner's application, my lady.
Thank you, both my learned friends. With the permission of my lady and this court, a brief introduction of the petitioner as follows. The petitioner was born on the 29th of June 1995 in KK as the youngest child of the late Datuk Marcos Majahi and Tatin Wita Mujin. The petitioner had her early education in Loyuk SJK Loyuk Likas before continuing her secondary education in SMK Loyuk Likas. By virtue of the fact that the petitioner was born in KK, Sabah, therefore the petitioner is deemed to have Sabah connection pursuant to Section 2, Paragraph 2 and Subparagraph A of the Advocate Ordinance. My lady, the petitioner is a proud graduate from Multimedia University Faculty of Law. She was conferred the degree of Bachelor of Law with honors on 11 July 2019. The petitioner also has a required academic qualification and qualified person as required by Section 4, Paragraph 1, Subparagraph C, small CA of the Sabah Advocate Ordinance. The petitioner commenced her pupillage in September 2020 in the chambers of Mrs. Mui Associates under my supervision and guidance. She also has completed her advocacy training course, attended Advocates Practice and Etiquette Rules Seminar, passed her proficiency test, and completed the requisite attendance under Duty Council and Legal Aid Scheme. On 14 September 2021, the petitioner had completed the 12 months of pupillage or reading in my chambers, Mrs. Mui Associate, and therefore has satisfied the requirement under Section 4, Paragraph 1, Capital A, Subparagraph A of the Sabah Ordinance. Further pursuant to Section 5, Paragraph 1, Subparagraph B of the Advocate Ordinance, two persons testify on the good characters of the petitioner, the first being an assistant medical officer in Hospital Queen Elizabeth, Mr. Dixon Kinson, bias genetic, and the second being as advocate and solicitor Sabah and Sarawak, Mr. Daimianus Aluda, alias George, versus of Aluda and Co. The petitioner has also satisfied the requirement of Section 4, Paragraph 2, Subparagraph A and B of the Sabah Advocate Ordinance that she has not been disbarred, suspended for any other bar, and not an undischarged bankrupt. My lady, Today, the petitioner would like to report her unceasing gratitude and appreciation for her family, in particular to her parents, the late Datuk Marcos Machihi and Datin Rita Mujin, who made great sacrifices to make sure the petitioner had an education and have been the petitioner's biggest supporters, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. The petitioner would also like to place on record her appreciation and love to her two elder sisters, Davina and Edwina, and her partner, Samuel Chia, for always looking out and supporting the petitioner. Lastly, the petitioner would like to thank her people master, Mr. George Wei, and colleagues for providing her with opportunity and guidance and encouragement throughout her privilege. My lady, I believe all the petitioner papers are in order, and that my learned friends from the SAGC and SLS have no objection to this motion. Therefore, I humbly pray to this Honourable Court for order pursuant to Section 6 of the Overcourt Ordinance that the petitioner be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak in the state of Sabah. Much obliged, my lady.
Miss Michelle Marcus, yeah, you admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak, and upon the payment of the prescribed fee, the Deputy Registrar shall cause the name of the applicant to be entered on the roll of advocates pursuant to Section 6 of the Advocates Ordinance.
Much obliged, my lady.
Congratulations.
May the petitioner stand up and take her YBGK pledge.
I, Michelle Marcus, NRIC number 950629-12-6356, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases to the first 12 months of practice.
The gowning ceremony shall be performed. The gowning shall be done by her mother, Datin Rita Mujim.
Oh, I'm not receiving any pictures, so I don't know when they've finished gowning. Unmute your microphone, no?
Yeah, I'm mute already.
No, it's not.
It's on. It's on.
Oh. Oh. Is it a problem that we don't receive the pictures?
The pictures will be later on, will be uploaded. Okay. Next case, my lady. PKI 18-55/10 of 2021. Nur Haslaila binti Sapilin.
This is my lady, Nur Laili Anwar, appearing for the petitioner. Mr. Muhammad Ikhwan Ramlan for State Sabah AG. Mr. Tuan Haji Jamadi Saleh for SLS. This is the petitioner's application for admission as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Sabah and Sarawak. The petitioner, Nur Haslailah binti Safilin, was born at Hospital Ranau on 21st of April 1996. She went to SK Inanam Laut, Inanam, and moved to attending SK Kilimu Ranau and proceeds her secondary school at Sabah Science Secondary School, Kota Kinabalu. She did her foundation at International Islamic University Malaysia and pursued degree at International Islamic University Malaysia. She was conferred degree of Bachelor Law on 20 February 2020. She then commenced her privilege in the chambers of Messrs. Mahat Julkarnain and Ahmad Shah. under the tutelage of Mr. Junaidi bin Jumahat. She completed her chambering on 30th of September 2021 and has completed all the SLS requirements such as ethics, practice, and professional standard course, completed 12 sessions of duty counsel scheme, and 6 sessions of legal aid scheme. She also undertook to attend the civil advocacy training course after completing the pupillage, or after the admission to the High Court. 2 recent testimonials of good character given by Mr. Ramdi Muhammad bin Siman, a senior assistant of student affairs at Sekolah Kebangsaan Paus Ranau, and Mr. Valentine George, a village chief of Kampung Lukapon, Ranau. The petitioner has never disbarred, struck off, suspended, or disentitled to practice as an advocate or legal practitioner. She is undischarged bankrupt or subject to any bankruptcy proceeding. Prior to that, my lady, may I inquire my learned friend from State AG and SLS as to whether they have any objection to this application?
From the Sabah State Attorney General Chambers, we have produced the course paper and papers are in order. Therefore, we have no objection to the petitioner application for admission.
From the Sabah Law Society, we also have received the papers and perused the papers, and also received the undertaking from the petitioner to undertake the civil advocacy upon the admission. So we don't have any objection to the application, my lady.
In the premises, my lady, may we humbly pray for the petitioner be admitted and enrolled as advocates in Sabah and Sarawak.
Cik Nur Hazlaila binti Sapilin, he admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak, and upon the payment of the prescribed fee, the deputy registrar shall cause the name of the applicant be entered on the rolls of advocates pursuant to Section 6 of the Advocates Ordinance. Thank you.
Much obliged, my lady.
Yeah.
May the petitioner stand up and take her YBGK pledge.
I, Nur Hazlaila binti Sapili, NRIC number 960421126292, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
The gowning ceremony shall be performed. The gowning shall be done by Dayang Nur Faiza bin Jaludin.
My lady, the petitioner would like to express her gratitude to her parents in Ranau and her friends. Thank you, my lady.
Thank you.
Yes. Next case, my lady, PKI 18-56/10 of 2021. The petitioner Wong Tak Yan.
Yeah, may it please you, my lady, and as well as my learned friend from the AG's chamber, Encik Muhammad Ikhwan bin Ramlan, my learned friend Mr. Jamadi Saleh, appearing for and on behalf of the Sabah Law Society. I am the mover for the petitioner for today's OS. I am also myself the pupil master for Wong Tak Yan, the applicant. I am Sang Hieng Yi. If I may proceed, my lady.
Yes. Yeah.
Papers have been served accordingly to the respective parties, and I have also instructed Tak Yen to duly contacted two of our learned friends, and they have graciously confirmed through the phone that both AGs and SLS have no objection to his application. May I seek the confirmation of two of my learned friends?
From the Sabah State Attorney General Chambers, we confirm that we have no objection to the petition application for admission.
From the Sabah Law Society, we confirm that, and upon perusing the papers, we don't have any objection to it.
May I proceed, my lady?
Yes, please.
The applicant, Tak Yen, was born in KL. However, that we shall not be too alarmed. He has come to Sabah since very, very young, and he has Sabah connection, as he has been permanently in Sabah and he also obtained Sabahan status indicated and evident in his IC. Thus, he is domiciled in Sabah and have Sabah connections pursuant to Section 22C of the Advocates Ordinance. Tak Yen was conferred with Bachelor of Laws from Nottingham Trent University, and thereafter was further conferred with Graduate Diploma in Legal Practice from Bond University. Subsequently, he was admitted to the Australian legal profession as an Australian lawyer. As such, he has satisfied the requirement under Section 41D of the Advocates Ordinance. Tak Yen had duly attended and successfully completed the course organized by the SLS, that is Ethics, Practice and Professional Standards course, Advocacy Training course, 12 sessions of duty counsel, and 6 sessions of the legal aid scheme. Tak Yen has filed an OS before this Honorable Court for part exemption of 3 months period of pupillage initially under Section 4(1)(b)(c) of the Advocates Ordinance, and the application was granted via an order dated 18 June 2021, a few months back. I was also the mover for the said application. On 7 October 2021, Tak Yen has duly completed his 9 months pupillage after deducting the exemption, and verily believe that, and I really believe that, he has satisfied the requirement under Section 41A of the Advocates Ordinance. Further, Tak Yen also satisfied the requirements of Section 42A, B, and C of the Advocates Ordinance, and he has not been at the date hereof disbarred, struck off, suspended, or in any other manner is entitled to practice as an advocate or legal practitioner in any territory within the Commonwealth, and is not subject to any present or pending disciplinary proceedings, nor have him ever be convicted or subject to any pending or present criminal proceedings involving any dishonesty or misappropriation or impropriety. He is not a bankrupt, he is not subject to any bankruptcy proceedings, and he has Sabah connection pursuant to the Advocates Ordinance. In line with Section 5(1)(b) of the Advocates Ordinance, Tak Yen has prepared 2 reasoned testimonials of good character, and it has been extended accordingly in this attached accordingly in this application. Hence, my lady and my learned friends, I believe that the applicant Wong Tak Yen has satisfied all the requirements under Section 4 and 5 of the Advocates Ordinance, and I really believe that he is fit, proper, and eligible to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this Honorable Court. In view of the non-objection of my learned friends, and the fact that all the applicants' papers are in order, I humbly pray for an order that Wong Tak Yen, the applicant herein, be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor for this Honorable Court, my lady.
Very well. The applicant, Wong Tak Yen, be admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak. And upon the payment of the prescribed fee, the Deputy Registrar shall cause the name of the applicant be entered on the role of the advocates pursuant to Section 6 of the Advocates Ordinance. Congratulations.
Much obliged, young lady, my lady.
May the petitioner stand up and take her YBGK pledge.
I, Wong Tak Yan, NRIC number 95032514605 do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGKs in the first 12 months of practice.
The gowning ceremony shall be performed. The gowning shall be done by the mother, Madam Hong Siu Lin, and Miss Ku Ying Fang, the partner.
My lady, please allow me to present the applicant's gratitude expression to some of his very important people. At this juncture, he would like to extend his deepest gratitude to his parents, Mr. Francis Wong, and who is also an active advocate in our Sabah arena, and Madam Hon Solin, his mother, his sister Choi Yi, and his girlfriend Yin Fang, for their unwavering love, care, and support in all contexts. The applicant would also like to thank our firm, Messrs. Sang & Co., myself, for our generosity and knowledge imparted to him throughout his time at Messrs. Sang & Co. Thank you for your time, my lady and my learned friends, for hearing this application.
Yeah. Yes, next.
Thank you very much.
Next case, DKI 18-57/10 of 2021. Maisefan Shamsu Bahri Gabil.
May it please my lady, my name is Wati bin Junius, appearing for the petitioner, the applicant, and my learned friend Tuan Muhammad Ikhwan bin Ramlan is for the State Attorney General of Jabatan Peguam Besar Negeri Sabah, and my learned friend Tuan Jamadi bin Saleh is for the Sabah Law Association. Sabah Law Society. My lady, today is the hearing of the advocate petition, admission as advocate of the High Court Sabah and Sarawak, petition in clause 1. All the papers are in order and are duly served on the parties concerned. May I require whether my learned friend has any objection to the course papers?
From the State Attorney General Chambers, we have received the urging summon, the affidavit in support, the corrective and supplementary affidavit in support. We have produced the course paper and we have no objection to the application for admission.
From the Sabah Law Society, we also have received the papers and also the corrective affidavit, as well as the supplementary affidavit, enclosing the exhibits of the undertaking for the applicant to undertake the advocacy training upon the admission. So therefore, we don't have any objection for the application, my lady.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the counsels. My lady, the petitioner is present with me, beside me. Yeah. Before I go on, may I briefly introduce the petitioner's background and the supporting affidavit. The petitioner is a local, a Malaysian, is 33 years old and few months. He is born in Kampung Pasir Putih, Kutatan. The application is in respect of under section 4, 5, and 6 of the Advocate Ordinance Sabah Cap 2. My lady, the applicant, petitioner, he has completed his primary education at Sekolah Rendah Kebangsaan, Teluk Likas, and later he completed his Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan at All Saints, Teluk Likas. My lady, he pursued his tertiary education at the University Technology Marayu ITM at Semenanjung in Kedah. After that, he continued reading law in UITM Salam. Then he was conferred the law degree in 2018. My lady, he has completed his pupillage of 1 year under the supervision of the State Attorney General, Jabatan Peguam Besar Negeri Sabah. He also has participated in the ethics practice and professional standard course organized by the Sabah Law Society. He also has attended and completed the 12 sessions of the Duty Council scheme and the 6 sessions of the Legal Aid scheme organized by the Sabah Law Society. My lady, he is a good character as evident by 2 recent testimonials that is in the exhibit MS8 and MS9 of his supporting affidavit. In the premises, the applicant have satisfied the requirement of section 4.2a and b of the Advocate Ordinance. My lady, he is not bankrupt. He has not been disbarred, struck off, suspended, or in any other manner is entitled to practice as an advocate or legal practitioner. My lady, in the circumstances, the applicant has satisfied the condition of eligibility for admission as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak under section 4 of the Advocate Ordinance. And he has satisfied the requirements under section 5.1a and b of the said ordinance. In the premises, my lady, I humbly pray for order that the applicant be admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah in Sarawak. May I humbly pray for order, my lady?
The applicant, Mas Ifran Samsul Bahari Gabil, be admitted and enrolled as an advocate of the High Court in Sabah and Sarawak, and upon the payment of the prescribed fee, the Deputy Registrar shall cause the name of the applicant be entered on the rolls of advocates pursuant to section 6 of the Advocate Ordinance. Yeah. Congratulations.
Much obliged, my lady. Thank you very much.
May the petitioner stand up and take his YBGK pledge.
Hello. I, Mas Irfan Samsul Bahari Gabil, NRIC number 880523125477, do solemnly promise to participate in Yayasan Bantuan Guaman Kebangsaan YBGK program as and when required to do so, namely 20 YBGK cases in the first 12 months of practice.
The gowning ceremony shall be performed. The gowning shall be done by his parent, the father, Shamsul Bahri.
As my lady, may I introduce the parents? The mother is from Papar, Shamsul Bahari bin Abdullah, and the father is from Kutablut. Shamsul Bahari bin Abdullah, I beg your pardon. And the mother is Asma binti Kador from Papar.
Congratulations,
Well,
your parents, yeah. And congratulations, Mas Ifran.
Thank you, Walidi. Much obliged. May I say a little bit of appreciation? The petitioner is very grateful and thankful to his parents of all his has earned in this good and memorable occasion, and also is appreciate. Thank you for your lady for granting him the order and all the council concerned here, and all his lecturers that have supported him in his studies reading law. Much obliged. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Saya dulu deh.
Oh,
My lady, I call on Marisa Johnny Kulai to invite her to give her speech of gratitude.
very well. Oh.
Thank you, Mr. Ong. My lady, on this memorable day, I would like to express my gratitude to my parents, especially my father, who has been my master and also my mentor throughout my pupillage journey. May he continue to guide me and be patient with me. Also to my siblings, Jenna, Christine, and Matthew, and to my fiancé, Trishan, to my close friends, and to all the lawyers and staff of Jetikulai and Co Keningau and Kota Kinabalu chambers for their guidance, unwavering support, and encouragement, which allowed me to achieve this significant milestone in my life. Thank you.
Thank you. Very well. Any more, Ong?
Yes, my lady. For the photography session, where photograph will be uploaded and shown on the screen.
Thereafter?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Congratulations to all.
My lady, the gowning ceremony is over. Lastly, may it pleases Yang Arif Dato, I now invite Yang Arif to give Yang Arif's speech.
Oh. Assalamualaikum and good morning. Cik Muhammad Ikhwan bin Ramlan, representing the State Attorney General, Mr. Jamadi Saleh, representing the Sabah Law Society, senior members of the bar, petitioners, family members, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin by saying it is an honor to preside over today's hearing and to welcome and congratulate all newly admitted lawyers. This is a significant occasion for the family and friends who are present virtually, and most importantly, for those of you who have been admitted to practice. It is a privilege for me to now offer you a few words of encouragement. You have joined a noble profession with ancient origins, and one that makes a vital contribution to the economic progress and social cohesion of our nation. Most importantly, you have accepted a paramount duty to the court. This prevailing duty rests on public interest principles. It is to assist the court to do justice according to law. This obligation applies regardless of whether you practice as a litigator or if you decide to join the sphere of legal profession. As you are all aware, the terrible time we are living in with this coronavirus pandemic has posed odious challenges for those who work in the judicial system. It is paramount important that the administration and accessibility to justice should not come to a grinding halt. Thus, all members and stakeholders of the justice system must adapt with new normal by acclimatizing themselves to the reality that technology is increasingly crucial in all aspects of life and business. I'm sure all the petitioners today are millennials and should not face any difficulties in adapting with new and emerging technologies. From today, you have the great benefit of being a member of a professional community. Please remember, as a lawyer, you have a duty to serve the community by protecting the tenets of our legal system. This means at times you may have to defend unpopular clients, and speak out against abuses of power. This will not be easy. However, legal practice sometimes requires great tenacity. Finally, I congratulate all of you on your admission and wish you the very best as you embark on what I hope will be a long and fulfilling career in the law. Thank you. We shall now adjourn, is it?
Yes, my lord, my lady.